Hey guys, good morning. Welcome to our morning note. It is Thursday, June 25th. Happy Thursday, everybody. Hope everyone's having a good day. My name is Carlos Garcia, founder and CEO of G.A.R Capital. We do this every day, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time during market days or the days the market's open, answering your questions and talking about the markets. Let's go ahead and begin. Make sure to like and subscribe our videos. We really do appreciate that. Quick announcement, once we hit 4,000 subscribers, I will do another live trading session with you guys for another 2 hours. So I had such a great time doing it last time. We should do it again. So why not? So make sure to like and subscribe to our videos, turn on notifications so you don't miss anything, and more great things to come. All right, so Dow futures down 232 after the sell-off yesterday. I think we fell about 700 points yesterday. I'll get you the exact total here in a second. Let me go ahead and get that. Going to CNBC.com and US session yesterday. We did fall 710 points in the Dow, S&P down 80 yesterday. This is yesterday, and the Nasdaq fell about 2%, 222 points. And right now we're continuing that slight sell-off, but a little bit of a bounce off the lows. We did close at on the Nasdaq at 343.71. We are now at 343.82, so a slight bounce. The Nasdaq is slightly red. The Nasdaq is outperforming. The Dow is more red than the S&P, but the IWM small caps is taking more of the brunt. So a couple of things here. VIX is up 3%. Um, Let me go ahead over the Russell 2000 down 1.15%. Crude oil with more supply on the weekly inventory report from the Department of Energy, 37.54 a barrel. Bitcoin still above the 9,000 level, down about $120 now at 129, down 1.29%. Gold is slightly red, even though the futures are red. Pretty interesting. 1774. Futures on silver are up 0.59%. U.S. 10-year bond prices are up slightly, 0.12% on the futures. Dollar yen for my forex people, 107.28 at 0.21%, up 22 pips. And the dollar yen, the dollar index is up slightly as well, 97.41. And gasoline futures down 4.26%, and the futures market. All right, so yesterday we finally closed Roku. It didn't work out for us, and it is very disappointing because I thought we would get that bounce, and we just fell below the 50, below the 100. Right when we blow the 100, that's I pretty much knew it was over on that one. Looking at it here, it's such a frustrating name to trade. I do own the stock, so it even makes it worse. But this is what happens, you know. Unfortunately, we had a trade and we were up 20%. I thought we were going to get that breakout to 135. This happened on a Monday. I thought we'd get that continuation. And then that Wednesday fall was just the nail in the coffin. And they just had to close for a loss. And most anything that was long yesterday, if you were long yesterday on anything, basically took a hit. So that was just, happens. You just had a big VIX spike. You had a volume patch to the downside. The real reason here is really COVID. The COVID cases are going up. So again, a lot more scaring. Texas, Arizona, Florida numbers, Illinois numbers are high. So again, we're looking at maybe possibly shutdown again of some states. So again, some fear out there, pretty ugly stuff. But to be honest with you, we're basically at the same level we were Sunday night. So I mean, you can't really freak out, but it's just the gains that were wiped for the week. For example, Apple, they shut down some stores in Houston. That's seven more stores. But Wedbush just increased their price target, their bull case to $500 a share. Again, we stay bullish on Apple. That's our favorite. It's right at the 100. If you're looking for an entry level on Apple, 354 is my level to add some more stock there. That would be the previous breakout level on the daily before the breakout, which was last week. And I would look into reload to Apple Bear. That's one stock that I'm looking at. I'll go over that with our investment club members tonight with our our biannual video, and I'll be answering questions, going over portfolio, going over their IRAs, going over the year in advance. If you are interested in joining that, make sure to join GARcapitalFX.com long-term investment club. It is $30 a month. You can cancel anytime. So again, feel free to join if you want. It'll be tonight at 7 p.m. It'll be a private conference with Q&As with our members. So just a heads up. Okay, so let's answer some questions. GPAT is asking about QQQ. Yep, I do have a long position on Q, some calls, and we're playing the 200-day moving average. As you can see, we've been hovering there on the 200-day moving average. So I'm playing a technical bounce there for a relief rally, at least to bounce back slightly green today. We should be able to get that today for a nice little snack. We're waiting for the gap up. We were up 15% at close. Let's see what we get. What are we doing with Facebook? G's up is asking. Well, Facebook, we are still holding. Again, we still have the day. Let's see what we get. We're still hovering at the 200. Let's see what we get in the beginning of the morning, and we'll go from there. But again, yesterday's fall was pretty ugly, and it did kill some premiums. Again, this is your big fall here from yesterday. We were playing to continue into the upside, and we just got the rug pulled from under us. So it just happens. Levels for SAVE, NCLH, MGM, and DAL. Alfredo's options trades. All right, let's take a look. Let's look for SAVE, which would be Spirit Airlines. So again, if you're looking for these names, again, it really depends what you're looking for. If you're looking for a breakdown and you want to place some puts, 1484 is my level on SAVE. I rarely do play that name, so again, just keep that in mind. The next one will be NCLH, which is the cruise lines. Basically, the Robinhood special here, and you're seeing just a continuation to the downside. So there isn't no support on the hourly. On the daily, then you could start seeing some movement here. 1459, so continuation to the downside. It would break the 50-day. So honestly, I mean, you really just have to be very nimble on this one. I would say break the 14 level, and then you could start seeing what you could do. Next one is MGM, casinos. You could see here on the hourly, I'll go and bring it up for a trade. Again, support broken out. We're at $16 a share now. They see the daily. Again, these are the leisure names, the COVID names. So again, anything that's COVID, I mean, leisure related, casinos, cruises, airlines, hotels, they tend to get hit the more the headlines come up for COVID. Your next level here, I mean, you're probably looking at maybe $15 if you're looking at MGM, but you'd have to look for next week. There really isn't support there. And then one more for DAL. I do own the stock, and it is falling, of course. And you can see pretty ugly there. Let's look at the hourly. Again, with more COVID cases coming out, I have a support level of 2437. If we do break that, then it can get very, very ugly in a hurry. And again, you could always scalp these, but I just try not to scalp these names because they kind of move very quickly. Next one, not based in US. What's the best general sentiments on the ground over there right now? Gia asked. I mean, the sentiment is basically a little bit of fear out there, obviously due to COVID. I mean, the cases are spiking. Um, Disneyland in California is going to delay their opening. So again, we're really in between what's going to happen in regards to our reopening. Are everything going to go back to normal? Nothing has really changed until we get a vaccine, guys. That's really the deal. So if you're investing, you're really betting that we're going to get a vaccine not tomorrow, but soon, maybe a year or two, and then you'll see the markets really soar and things will get better, obviously, economically. We just had our GDP number released, and that was at -5%. So we had a contraction in GDP last quarter. How much IV is too much? I mean, I really don't go by IV. I really just, that's implied volatility. I really just go by the volume, is what I look for the most. Thoughts on level buy video for buyback stock? Vipul is saying. So if you want to buy Nvidia, which I do own and I do love the stock, let's take a look at a couple of levels here. This is a level. This is something I will talk about with our members. I would definitely put an alert, guys, at 367.18. That'll be your 200-day on the hourly. That should be a nice starting point. If you're looking at the daily and you really want to start waiting for a good level to get in, I think around 350 should be your target number. I have it written down on mine for 325 because I really want a nice deal if we get a nice flush, but 350 seems to be a nice level there. AMD, my friend. Sure. Let's take a look at AMD. AMD, again, the chips. Yeah, everything kind of fell yesterday, guys. So you have to keep that in mind. AMD has just been ranging now for about 2 months. So it's really just kind of hovering. If we look at the hourly, again, just kind of hovering, and you're hovering at that fib level of the 73 fib, it's at 52 and a half. So if I wanted to get into this thing and actually trade it to the upside, 54.17. If I want to buy some puts, break 51 and a quarter. 51 and a quarter would be my level to the downside. I'll go ahead and place an alert there. If it breaks below 50, I am reloading on AMD. I will be adding more shares. I have it written down at $50.50. That's my buy level. Thoughts on Sony? Sony, I believe, is SNY or Sony. I forget what this Sony. I have to get. Let me go ahead and type it. SNE, sorry. SNE, Japanese name. I don't own it, obviously. Technicals here, but if you're trying to play it, you have the 100-day moving average at $70.01. 68.69 would be your 200. Your support level looks to be right around here at 67.01. So it depends on what you're trying to do. 125 calls for July 10th. Should I hold? Wow, 125 calls. Let's see. 125 calls is pretty close. It's at the 100, and it's for July 10th. Looks like that we're kind of hovering here. Looks like the worst is kind of over here, in my opinion, when it comes to the sell-off. 121 seems to be a right nice support. I would hold that, Jake Clark. It's not a bad trade here. So again, just make sure your risk tolerance is correct. Difference between volume and open interest. So I explained this on our Udemy course. If you're interested in looking at the course, it's garcapitalfx.com, our training courses. Think of this as a pizza shop. Okay, what's more important to you if you're a pizza owner? How many pizzas you sell or how many pizzas you make? Open interest is how many supply is out there, how many contracts are out there available, open. And in volume is how much are being traded. What's more important to you? Remember, when you buy something, you want to make sure you can sell it so you can monetize it. So again, volume is more important than open interest. Open interest is just your supply. Volume is the transactions made when the time frame open interest contract is still open. Yep, exactly. That's how much is open, your supply. You're welcome. Upside, Microsoft. Yes, absolutely. Again, shareholder, love Microsoft. You're chilling right at the 100-day moving average. A bullish bet here. I would say around 195, 190, 190. At 190, I will be adding more stock to it. I have an alert at 177. That's supremely downside. That'd be the lows of the 20-day lows. But I like it here at 190. If you buy it there at 190, that'd be the previous all-time high breakout. You're right now at 198.03 at the 100. If you don't own Microsoft, you should be getting in. That's a great company to own. Just in my opinion, obviously. All right, let's take a look at pre-market movers together. Go ahead and bring that up here. All right, pre-market movers here. Ally Financial's up about 8.79%. Western Union's up, but we don't trade those. Okay, so American Airlines, again, leisures, like we talked about. Leisures, cruises, airlines, and hotels, all down. Boeing is down another 3.79%. Ford is down, but again, always high volume there. Apple is actually up 0.39% pre-market, and Disney's down 2.47% with that Disneyland headline that came out. Moderna is up 2.71% with more talk of a vaccine and partnerships. You can see now we're getting a little bit of a bounce on the Qs. So keep an eye today, guys, on NASDAQ. If you're trying to play the bounce, take a look at the Qs. Maybe for next week, 245s, 246s for next week could be interesting for you. So Qs look very good there. Again, if you're playing the bounce, even a bounce in Apple would be interesting there. A bounce of Microsoft would be interesting. If I was looking at Microsoft today, I'm right at the 100-day moving average. I would probably go for the 200s for next week. Might be a little pricier because you're buying time. Keep in mind, next Friday, we're not open. The markets are closed. So you're only going to get 4 days. So it'll be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So again, 200 from Microsoft next week. Keep an eye. Qs for next week as well. Thanks. Do you mind going over your list? I'm not sure you've already gone through it earlier. Would be grateful if you could. When I go through my list, I'm gonna give this to our team. Again, I can just give you a couple of names that I have, and I'll give you a couple. I'll give you five. I have Microsoft at 177.90. I have Apple at 354. Tesla at 934.70. Amazon at 24.87, and Home Depot at 233.89. I can't give the whole list obviously because this was meant for our investment club members. So again, I just don't want to give away the house for people who paid for it. I hope you understand. Look at Cat. MD is asking about Caterpillar. Caterpillar, again, industrial names took a little bit of a hit too with airlines as well. I don't know, heavy machinery. Take a look at the support of 118.63, a little bit of a bounce here. If you want to play puts, keep an eye on the 120s for next week. Give yourself some time. If you're playing some upside, you can always target the 50-day or the 100-day. 125s would be interesting if you're looking for upside. Just keep an eye. Diz for puts. Keep in mind, guys, these kind of flushes don't last. They usually last about a day or two, and then we start getting a bounce back. The buy the dip mode is still around, so keep that in mind. Looking at Disney here, I do see it broke support, but it could be the max there. If you were playing puts, we're at 109.59. You're at 109.11. If you break 109.11, you'll be straight back in the channel, and then you can start trying around 108, 105 level. So just a heads up. So I wouldn't get into Disney puts here. I think it bounces personally. Now, of course, I see that I am a shareholder. That is also true. So there you go. All right, guys, we'll leave it there. I'm gonna go and catch up with my team. I do think that we're gonna get a bounce today. And we'll catch you guys tomorrow for our morning note on Friday. Make sure to like and subscribe our videos. Really do appreciate it. And make sure we get to 4,000 YouTube subscribers. I'll do another trading session with you guys and we'll have some fun for about 2 hours. So I'll let you know when we get there. I'll let you know when we schedule that. Have a great rest of your day. Happy Thursday, and we'll catch you guys soon.